Good morning dear students, welcome back. Today we are going to start with new chapter 8 Industries. Children, as you open your textbook page number 52, figure 8.1, you can see there are 6 pictures are given. In each picture you can see something is there. You can see farm, you can see factories, and something is going on over there in the other pictures. Now in figure 8.1, the sequences of two industrial processes have been given. Arrange the picture in the proper sequence and write the sequential number in the box given below. See, 6 pictures are there and they are the sequence of two industrial processes. Now what you have to do is you have to number them according to the sequence. Okay, so you have to do it on your own. Then you have to name two industries, name the raw material and the finished product of both the industries, then how the raw material is converted into the finished product and why it is necessary to convert this raw material into finished product, that also you have to write. Okay children, now the process of available raw material to convert into finished product is done in the industries. The finished product is durable, more useful and has an added value. Industries or manufacturing units provide secondary occupation. Now see, you all have learned primary, secondary and tertiary occupation in the previous classes. Now that only we are going to discuss on large scale in this chapter. We were discussing about the industries here. Now we are talking about the raw material and the finished product. Now students, you have learned when a raw material is processed and converted into the finished product, automatically the durability and the life of the product increases. Okay. Example of fruits. Students, fruit lasts maximum a week or 4 to 5 days depending on what type of fruit it is. But if it is processed in the factories and there is a durable product which is converted like juice, jams, squash, juice, all of these are durable product. They last longer. If you take a juice and if you take a jam, you will say that jam is the last longer because it is converted into a durable product. After going through some processes, it has converted into a jam and the jam is long lasting as compared to the fruit. Due to the availability of resources, development of science and technology and other favorable conditions, there is the development of industries and a boost to industrialization. Now see children, after this industrialization has come up, automatically the economic growth of the nation increases. Now see in this picture, as you can see how they have processed from cane sugar to granular sugar. The whole process is given in the picture. From the field, first you get the cane sugar, then crushing is done, then combustion, evaporation, crystallization, the whole process takes place and finally you get the finished product, that is granular sugar. And sugar also is taken to the industry, to the factories, wherever it has to go, and finally the transportation takes place and it is in the market. Same way, there are the factors which affect the location of an industry. Now taking into account the above factors, what are the factors? See, agricultural produce, the availability of raw material, water, labor, transport, capital, market, etc. All of these basic needs are taken into consideration for the development, for the location of any factory. Taking into account the above factors, note in different colors the favorable factors required for the factories and given below and the following. See, it is given on page number, textbook page number 52. 3 things are given to you. Number 1, iron and steel. Number 2, textile. And number 3, sugar industry. For each industry, prepare a list of the necessary factors. For each industry, give an explanation for the location suggested by you. In a similar manner, for which other industries can you decide a suitable location? Now suppose if you take for example sugar industry. In sugar industries, the location is to be fixed in such a way that the fields are close by, then there should be manpower or the availability of the labor somewhere nearby so that they come and do the labor work. As you can see, the people are working so it should be somewhere nearby. And then transportation is to be done from the field to the industry, so we need transportation facilities also. We have to consider the transportation groups, etc. After that, finally it reaches the factory and the final procedure is done. Then you have to see that there is a proper location for this factory where there are factory setup. Then whatever required materials are needed for the factory, it should be available or made available. See now, if you take sugar cane, children, after tons of sugar cane use and extracted juice, etc., only a few kgs of sugar is produced. So taking into account all of these things, you can set up an industry. In any given area, the development of industry is dependent on several factors such as the availability of raw material, water, labor, transport, capital, market, etc. After the factory setup, even they have sale in the market. They have to see whether the market is closed nearby or capital investors are there nearby, so that it will be easy for the industry to keep running. Okay. As per the availability of these factors, specific industries develop because of the unequal distribution of these factors. Some regions are suitable for the development of industries, while in other regions only particular industries develop. Dense forest or desert area are not conducive to industrial development. Yes or no? See, where there are availability of these factors and proper favorable conditions, etc., there only you can set up industry. Page number 53 of your textbook, there is figure 8.2, localization of iron and steel industry. Now see, small figure is given 8.2, where you can see iron ore, manganese, limestone, coal, iron and steel industries are shown in this particular figure. See the very first question, children. Name the industry at Jamshedpur. Look at the map, you can see which industries are located at Jamshedpur, that is iron and steel industries. Question number 2 is which raw material is required for this industry? Raw material for these industries are iron ore, manganese, limestone, coal, etc. Third question is from which areas is this raw material obtained? These raw materials are obtained from the area near Jamshedpur, that is Kulai Sila, Guru Mahisani, Jagaria, etc. Next question is why is coal used in this industry? Coal is used in this industry as fuel to heat iron to a certain temperature. Last question is state with reason if it would be feasible to set up an iron and steel industry in your district. So what do you think, students? It would not be feasible to set up an iron and steel industry in our district as there are no reservoir, no manganese, no limestone, etc. found in our district. Correct? While looking for answer to the questions, you must have realized that the most important factors are availability of raw material and energy for localization of iron and steel industry, which are available around Jamshedpur, and it would be much convenient to establish any industry in the area where the raw material is available, isn't it? Now next, we are going to see classification of industries as per their nature. As you can see this flow chart in your screen, small industry, medium industry and heavy industry. This industry is mainly divided into three divisions. Number 1, small industry consists of making the earthen pots, bakery products, etc. Next is medium industry, fruit processing industries, jaggery making industry, etc. Next is heavy industry, cement, sugar, iron and steel, etc. As you can see here, all the three pictures are related to the concept of industries, but the nature of their work is different. So children, depending on the work which is done in the particular industry, you can classify the industries into various sections. Now see, very often the finished product are used as raw material As example is given here, sugar is finished product which is obtained from sugarcane, but in some industries it is used as raw material as a sweetener to make its product sweet. Okay, for example in biscuit, juice, jams, etc. All these things are made by using sugar as a raw material. Correct? Now similarly, iron ores are used as raw material in the engineering industries, in the manufacture of steel, furniture, etc. Students, with this we have completed part 1 of the chapter Industries. Thank you.